Hello everyone, this is another Freaky Friday holiday look and I am going to do a masquerade look. I'm going to be using the Scar Putty. I got it from the Halloween store and I totally forgot to get liquid latex, so I did what I could and I used eyelash glue to help it adhere to my skin. It worked, but I could have blended it out a little bit better. So I just rolled it and then applied it, and I'm smoothing it out with my fingers. I kind of use the round end of my tweezers to kind of smooth the edges a little more, and I'm just using my fingers to kind of blend it into my skin. And then I'll go over with some eyelash glue to kind of water it down a little bit and smooth it some more. Now I'm going to apply another scar, and I had done the first one. See how I'm using like the end of my tweezers to kind of like rough it down, kind of press it into my skin. It was just not working with me. It's really hard to do this, and I thought about going and get some, but I really didn't have time to because, well, I'm a stay-at-home mom, but I have chores at home, so this I had to do quickly as possible, so bear with me. But it worked. I think it worked pretty well. I think I have some practice with it. It's the first time I actually did a scar putty, so I think it came up pretty good. Practice makes perfect, so I think next time I work with this, I will get liquid latex and do a better job and kind of map out what I do with it and make it a little bit more realistic. So now I wanted to put a scar kind of like across my eye to make it real ugly, but I just could not thin out the putty to make it look like it's kind of like flesh over my eye. So I just kind of pressed it into where my brow is. See, I tried doing that and it didn't work out, so I just ended up breaking them apart and just kind of molding that chunk up there to that area. So I took off a piece and then just kind of used my fingers to spread it around and mold it. See, and I thought it would work, but then I just, you know what, I'm just going to put the scar over here. So I put the lash glue, and then I put the scar putty over. And the lash glue helped it stick, but the edges did not stick very well. So I'm a beginner, I'm not a makeup artist, so this is my first time, so bear with me if it's not absolutely perfect. Okay, so this little trick I kind of learned from Shannon So. She did this cool Halloween look with like scars, and then she did staples in it. So she kind of like sliced the scar open so that she can put some like, and she detailed them a lot better than what I did. I just kind of like opened it up, and then you'll see in a bit what I'm going to do, but it was a really cool thing that she did. She said she wasn't an expert, which I applaud her for doing what she did, because not everybody's an expert. Practice makes perfect. Now to go on to my foundation, I'm actually going to put foundation. I put foundation after I put all the scars down. So I'm using the Physicians Formula BB cream because it's lightweight and I didn't want any more heavy foundation, because I really didn't think it needed a lot of coverage. Okay, so now I am setting my foundation. And then I'm going to take the blood that I used on my vampire look, and I'm going to put it on a small brush, and then kind of put it where I cut it open, fill it in with that like that scratch look. So these are kind of like raised scars with a little bit of blood seeping out. I should have put more detail into them, but I just thought this looked pretty cool by itself. Now I'm taking the BB cream again. I did my brow off camera, and then I'm going to do the other side because I wanted it to be nice and even on the other side, because that's the beauty side. So the other side is kind of like more of Phantom of the Opera grotesque side, and then the other side is beauty. And then I'm taking some concealer to make it more flawless. And it's the NYX HD concealer. It's the same concealer I use all the time. And then I'm taking my Wet n Wild pressed powder, the natural blend, And I'm just setting my foundation and concealer down. Now I'm taking my Jordana eye crayon, and this is in black, and I'm sketching out the shape I want my eye to be. I wanted it to be a really smoky, angled type of cat eye with a, I don't know, just some drama to it, because I wanted that side to be really beautiful, and of course the other side is not going to be as beautiful. So I'm taking my Naked Smoky palette, and I'm taking the shade Black Market, and I'm going to put this on top of the eye crayon. And before you put eyeshadow, make sure you blend with your finger the edges of the eye crayon. Now I'm taking Combust, and I'm going to be smoothing out the edges of the entire crease area. It kind of goes up a little bit like an angle, so I'm just taking a flat shader brush and just doing that. And then I'm taking Whiskey, oh, you saw my dog in the background, and I'm going to smoke it out a little bit more to add that really soft, smoky, but dramatic look. And I'm taking a clean blending brush, and I'm just blending everything out to make it nice and smooth. Adding a little bit more of Combust. Now I'm taking, oh gosh, I think this is Dagger, and I'm going to put, I will put it down in the description box what I use, but I'm putting on the lower lash line and smoking out just slightly. Then I'm taking my NARS eyeliner that I got in my birthday Baby Rouge thing from Sephora, and I'm just doing kind of like a cat eye. You really didn't see the wing very well, but I wanted to sharpen that edge a little bit more. And yes, I have a spoon taped to my Bite Beauty mirror. It works. So now I'm going to be taking my MDM Flow mascara and just put on some mascara. Then I'm going to put some falsies. These are just e.l.f. falsies. I did that off camera using my NYX Cosmetics blush in Rose Garden. I'm going to put a beautiful soft pink look to the cheeks. And by the way, I did contour and carve out my cheeks a little bit, but I forgot to film that, so just a regular contour. Now I'm going to be using my Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in Witches, and I'm going to kind of outline my lips, and then kind of fill it in on the corners, like so. And then I'm going to take my Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in Nosferatu, and I'm going to fill in the middle portion to create a black and red ombre lip. Then go back with Witches, and with a little brush kind of like blend everything out and make it more smooth and more gradient. And then I'm going to do a cat eye. Sorry, I messed up. I'm going to do a cat eye on the other eye because I felt like I needed to balance it out a little more. And I did put a wing, like a flick, inner flick on the other dramatic eye off camera because I felt like it needed more drama. So I'm doing the same thing just with a liner, and I'm just doing a simple cat eye, doing the inner corner little point there just like I did in the other eye. And then just to mimic that. Now I'm going to curl my hair, and I'm just using a Revlon basic curling iron, nothing fancy. I don't normally like using curling irons because I hate curling my hair. I feel like I look like a poodle. But it needed some flair to it. So I kind of curled some off camera. Now I'm just kind of fluffing it out, making sure everything is nice and curled. I am not a multitasker, so I need to do some of it off camera. So now I'm just going to spray it with my Fructis Sleek and Shine hairspray. I like it because it's lightweight. Now I'm going to add some earrings. These earrings I bought at Charlotte Russe a long time ago for like $1.99. So you can always find some cool costume type jewelry at Charlotte Russe for cheap. Just adding that drama. And that's the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this Halloween tutorial for my Freaky Fridays. Tune in next week for another Freaky Friday look. This is a Phantom of the Opera inspired masquerade look, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. By the way, the top is also from Charlotte Russe. So I will see you guys next time. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial.